Thank you for tuning in to episode 6 of an Elon Law student's perspective on success and achievement in law school. Okay. Surprised I'm actually on episode 6 because it started on a whim, but I've been enjoying it. I hope you guys are getting something from my message. This week I want to talk about resiliency because we are in what a lot of our professors and colleagues have described as the October slump. What that is the point in your first year, well, probably your second year too, but I'm speaking to first year experiences, where the initial, hey, I'm a law student, everything's awesome, I'm still getting used to everything, so my energy levels are a lot higher than somebody who's maybe in their second or third year, or whatever the case may be, right? That's all over for us. We've been here since August. We've been through cold calling. We've been instructed to brief cases and do in-depth analysis before being formally taught how. So we've been through some tough stuff, and I think that that's already worn off for a lot of us. Definitely myself. But not only that, we have midterms right around the corner. We got a midterm for torts this week, and excuse me, we got a midterm for civil procedure this week, and I say we as in my cohort. I can't speak to the others. And then next week we have a midterm for torts. We just submitted our closed research memo, which had a page limit of 7 pages, and I say that because most of us could have probably written 12 to 15 pages on this topic. Much different from undergrad when you're trying to stretch your words and reach a page limit. So it's been pretty tough, to say the least. We've had a lot going on, and every class has their own requirements of you, and they need to teach us specific things to make us great lawyers. So, naturally they can't lower the workload just because other classes, have a midterm due, or you have a paper that you're working on, and they know that you're mostly stressed about that, mostly focused on that, and don't necessarily want to, be as, I don't know, up to date or engaged or focused on that class. They just don't have the luxury to, give us a break. And I understand that, and that's important. And, not getting frustrated with your professors, to be honest, just knowing that they have to do what they have to do. And I get it. So I want to talk about resiliency because getting through this first year has a lot to do with your mental fortitude and how consistently resilient you can be when different challenges arise. So I can only speak to my experience, of course. For me, it's crucial that I remember why I'm here and why I'm in law school. I want to be an entrepreneur one day, and I've made the decision that a law degree would be much more advantageous to me than a business degree. I know a business degree is probably a little easier to accomplish. However, I don't like the easier task usually. I usually want the more comprehensive, more challenging task, and that's just me. Not only that, it's a little bit more flexible. If I do decide to do some, actual practice and make that my focus, then I have that ability to do that. But for me, whenever things get tough and seem like they're kind of crumbling, what I like to do is just reflect back on all the things that led me to the decision to go to law school. And that really helps me to clear things up and see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's okay. The second thing is loving the grind. And people say that all the time, and I honestly think it's kind of pretentious when people do that. But I would not, if a genie came to me right now and said, Zach, rub the side of this lamp and you'll be at the end of your law school journey and you'll be done and you can start practicing, I would elect not to do that, because we need obviously the education, but we need the struggle, and we need to learn how to overcome in order for us to be effective litigators and advocates and attorneys and business owners. You got to learn how to handle a lot of different things coming up in your life at once. I just had best man duties yesterday for a wedding for one of my best friends. And that's no excuse for me not to get my work done today or have done more of it on Friday to be prepared for the following week. Life's not going to slow down for you just because you have important things going on in your career or in your studies. And it's a skill to learn how to handle all that. But it's a skill we're going to learn in law school. And I appreciate the growth that I'm experiencing. I appreciate the, kind of the mental and emotional judo of figuring out how you're going to handle everything that you have to handle the next day, because it advances you to another level. And I think that's why people in professional capacities, your surgeons who are on call, your litigators who are essentially on call, if something happens procedurally that requires them to act right now, regardless of where they're at. I think that's what moves you to the next level and makes you a top performer, is putting yourself in tough positions and figuring it out. And not only figuring it out, but doing it to the best of your ability and achieving the results you need. That's something we're going to learn right now through getting through the October slump and through maintaining our sanity through this first semester of law school. So I say all that to say, it's going to get crazy, but you want to be able to look back in 5-10 years after you've matriculated and passed the bar and you're practicing, and you want to look back and smile at the effort that you put forth during this really tough time, at the person you became during law school. You want to look back and be proud of your actions and not think that, every day you're regretting your decision. That's not a good way to be. And it's not going to get you where you want to be. So hopefully, my story and my mind state about that influences yours a little bit. I'd actually love to hear, other people's why, their anchor points, what keeps them going, what clears the fog away when things get tough, because we all have our coping methods and our different strategies to achieve these really high up results. So appreciate you all checking me out this week, and good luck on your midterms. And I'll probably wish you another good luck if I can get another video out next week, because we're going to need all of it. Take it easy.